And sometimes when you're a healer and you're an empath, we take on other people's situations. So we need to go and be off by ourselves, either in nature or have a little space. So even if you don't have a lot of space, even if you're in a tiny apartment, as I had been for a long time, all you need is a chair and a corner. Or you can go and maybe put yourself in the bedroom. Sometimes you can take a day off from work and just hang out while everyone else is at the office, depending on what your lifestyle is and whether you work at home or you work out. And now under COVID, so many of us have been working at home, but now some people are going back. So whatever works for you. But the point being, it's important to nurture you. More often than not, we get very, very busy in our lives taking care of others. And that's wonderful, to do everything from love and to give love and to share. But we also have to give love to ourselves. And some of us did not grow up knowing that, or we came to find that out later. But it is so important. And once you start in baby steps, you will look forward to nurturing you. You know, my dad was a wonderful person. He was ahead of his time, actually. And even when I was very young, a teenager, which looking at me, you may be saying, oh my God, that was a long time ago. Maybe it was, but in retrospect, for me, it wasn't that long ago at all. The years have flown by, especially when you're busy and life is busy. Everything goes by so fast. But when my dad would see me going off alone, there was a movie star from his era named Greta Garbo, and she was made famous for saying, I want to be alone. So he would enter a room, look at me, glance over and say, are you Greta Garbo? You want to be alone? And I did. But what people didn't know, they used to be worried when they saw someone alone. It was like a red flag at that time. But why? There was no harm in it. I was just reflecting inward and thinking. So it's very important, even if you have children, let them go off by themselves. They need that downtime. We all need that downtime. And it's very important. And you know, in your sacred space, you can start to put little things that you like. For me, it's crystals, it's a journal, maybe a doll. I love dolls. I collected dolls for a long time. But like any collection that anyone has, after a while you have to hit a pause. Otherwise you're just collecting too much. I've given a lot of them away. I have few now. I gave them to good homes where they could be happy. And yes, I do know that they're dolls. But for me, they're dolls who don't talk, but they have a spirit of their own. And you'll notice if you have a doll in a certain part of the house, she brings some energy to that part of the house. Everything is energy, everything. So I want you to know, sometimes people feel guilty when they want to give themselves a little time or a little break. You should never feel